Welcome back to my Colorado Mountain Garden homestead. And today is Sunday, April 26th. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. I wanted to come back because one thing that I hate about when people do videos online is when they don't come back and show you things and reasons for why they do things if it's supposed to make it better. So, on April 17th, so that was 9 days ago, I pruned my peppers. And you're seeing one of the grande jalapenos in front of you. I have two grandes out and the Anaheim. Now, on the 22nd, over on my Facebook page, and I'll put a link to that down below, I did a still photo of what the grande looked like and what the Anaheim looked like. And at the time, in my comments, I wrote, I wasn't worried about that the grande wasn't as leafed out as the Anaheim. But you can see from this one, and I'm going to use a skewer here so I don't get too much in the way. I've got new top growth coming out of here, and I've got, let's scroll in here. Give me a second. All right, so you can see all of that new growth on this grande jalapeno. Now let me move the other one in because it was a little bit smaller. And I don't remember which one of these because I don't have the stickers on them anymore. I just have the labels of what they are. So this is another grande. And you can see up here, it's got another node coming out here plus all the leafing down in here. And that's exactly what they're supposed to be doing. That's why when you prune your peppers, it encourages bushing. So I'm getting more branches, more leaves. It's going to have a stronger, healthier stem. So it's pretty strong right now. One thing I will be doing, and if you see any still photos or if I bring them out, I will be putting... it's a little bit bigger bamboo skewer than this, especially when I start moving them outside. I'll be putting it, I don't know if you can see that going down in, but I have some that are a lot taller than that skewer, and they're a little bit thicker. And then I have big bamboo poles that when they go into the 5-gallon containers, I think they're about 2 feet. So I'll put it in the ground 4 or 5 inches, or in the soil, I should say, of the pot. And then I will hook it to the pepper itself. Now, what I use to support my peppers, eventually they will get a cage also, is this is that Velcro tape and for plants. And you can buy it with a cutter. I just buy the rolls because they're cheaper. Let me bring it out here. And you can just put that, so this is the little fuzzy side. You put that facing towards your plant so you don't damage it. And then the other side is, you can see how it holds. And you can hear just like Velcro, it makes that noise. It's not as drastic as like the Velcro that you sew with or put on a jacket or something like that. But that's what I like to use versus the twine and the wiring. Wiring is just crazy. Now, remember I told you that in the video that each plant is going to do different. And I'm going to move my camera up here. And let me get this situated. Depending on the pepper, whereas the jalapenos do a classic forking at the top, and I kind of showed you that on the one thing, but this is that Anaheim, and I know that this is the Anaheim that I had been showing you all along in my videos because it was the biggest one. And look at that. So again, from pruning, it's been 9 days. So the 17th I pruned, 9 days later, this is what that same pepper looks like. And you can see how much growth is there. Now, when I up-potted them on the 23rd. I think some of them I did up-pot on the 22nd because I did it over a 2-day period. And the still pictures that you'll see where I was showing you just the slight growth. Now, the Anaheims had more, but you can see they're going just crazy. And again, this creates more branches. So if you have more branches, you're going to have more peppers. And I know that there's people out there on the internet that say pruning doesn't make a difference. Well, I'm showing you the difference. And like I said, if maybe next year, hopefully I'll have my setup redone, I can sacrifice one of the peppers and not prune it. I don't really like to do that because I've been pruning all my life. Ever since I've been growing peppers, that first book that I checked out from the library, yes, you used to have to check out books back then or buy them, it said to prune peppers. So I've always pruned peppers. My aunt pruned peppers in her garden down in Lyman. She's no longer with us and hasn't been for many years, but I used to go there when I was, mostly it was when I was in what people call middle school now, is called junior high then. But I just want you to see how beautiful these are and how many leaves they're getting. Let's bring those other ones back in. So this was one of the shorter ones. We'll see if we can scroll in here. And again, this is where it's doing that classic forking. So this will grow and it will fork. See what I'm saying? And then down in here, we're already getting forking down in here, in this area. Let's bring the other one in, see if we get a different perspective on that one. Turn it around to the back side here. So here's that classic forking. 1, 2, and then these will fork. Let me try and move this back. Let's see. I'm going to even try and bring this in closer. So you can already see right down in here. See that forking? So I've got leaves, but in the case of the jalapenos, they do that forking, and it's every kind of jalapeno I've ever grown has done that. We'll pull this back in. So that's the top of the plant right there. That's where I chopped it off. And like I said, it looked drastic, but believe me, these are going to be so beautiful. Probably within the next couple of weeks, they're just going to fill in. They are all in the grow tent now, and sometimes they get, it's a little harder for me to bring them in, so I'll probably only bring in one example just because I don't like to disturb them too much. Like I said, I will be putting a bamboo skewer. This is a small one. And just linking or tying it, not linking it, tying it on with this here around the stem. And another reason why I like the Velcros, I can make it bigger. So as the plant gets bigger, as the stem gets wider, I don't have to worry about it cutting into it. I can just open it up a little bit farther. And I don't know if I'll be able to do a video when I up-pot these to 5-gallon containers, but that's a ways out. I mean, it's not even May yet, and I can't put peppers out till June. And again, they're probably going to be on my deck. And that will be another reason for having the bigger bamboo stick in there, because the winds come straight out of the east. So I'm going to try and block them a little bit so they don't get too damaged. But peppers are so pretty. Tomatoes can be pretty too, but they tend to get, when they get bigger, they don't stay as pretty as the peppers do. Bring this one back in. Bring it way up here. Whoops. There you go. So that's why I prune peppers. If you like this video, or if you like the fact that I actually follow up with anything, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up button under the video and give me a like. I don't get any monetary money for any of the videos I do. I just do it because while I can, I like to pass on the knowledge that I have and try to help others improve their gardening skills. I learn a lot from everybody on my Facebook pages, and sometimes even over here, people say, oh, have you tried this? And it was something I had never tried before. So you can't ever learn everything about gardening because nothing is cut and dry. People do different things. Some things work for them, some things don't. I hope you're having a wonderful day and happy gardening.